Guy, yeah, but he's late 20s. If you live with your mom and dad and you're like 29, how serious do you want me to take you? You understand, like, how serious do you expect me to take you? Like, do you want me to say, like, oh, yeah, let's let Weddy weigh in? Weddy lives in, like, a room where he's got, like, posters up from, like, the 90s. Or whenever he was a kid. He's probably got, like, you know what I mean? He's got, like, posters.
What do you think John's bedroom looks like? You think bobbleheads?
Oh, yeah. John is... By the way, I almost pissed myself today when you sent me the John stuff, like the rest in peace, John. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but even little Mad wouldn't stick around to listen to these guys. We used to get pussy in the room. Remember, we had Afterthought, and we had the girl that Charles nailed, that girl from, she drove, the one that drove 1,300 miles to give a blowjob and be told, get out of here. Yeah, but that's what we're looking for, right? Well, that's what we want. And also, with those guys in there, I was afraid to tell you guys stories, right? Because you don't know who's listening. You guys aren't going to believe this. Right. I just hit a new low. Not only do I have a side piece here, you guys aren't going to believe this. There's this girl I used to talk to, and she's schizophrenic and in a group home. So I made her get like a legal, I needed her to show me from her group home that it was legal for her to like have sex and stuff. This girl's like 39. I've been fucking with it's a new low.
She's in a mental asylum.
No, it's a schizophrenic group home. So I drive there and pick her up and take her to a hotel and just bang her. Okay? It's a new low. But see, like me, you know, we and Little Mad can talk about this stuff. But
right. In the group chat, room, you can't do it. Not with that Gary Williams.
Yeah, and can I tell you something? Being in the horse business, we used to do deals, and a lot of these deals are honor system. Like, I'm going to give you 30, you're going to pay me back 5%. There's no, like, even with the contract, you can't enforce it, right? Because it costs more money for
the litigation.
Right, exactly. So it's an honor system, right? And horse racing, you ever hear the saying, there's honor among thieves?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's horse racing, right? Because people know, like, if you don't pay up, what you do is you tell everybody, this guy's no fucking good. And then nobody wants to do business with him, right? Okay, in horse racing, the worst people ever of all time are these Southerners. The only deals I've ever had.
Yeah, they're awful.
I gotta tell you something. The only deals I've ever had a problem getting paid on are Kentucky, like, Southern people. They don't want to pay. Like, they just try to fuck you. They're the worst people you've ever met. And they're all really cheap, too, by the way. Like, they're totally cheap. They're garbage. They just are garbage. I'm sure that, like, with anything else, there's a few nice ones. But for the most part, they're just fucking garbage, guys. They're not even, like, interesting garbage or funny garbage or remarkable garbage. They're
just pure garbage.
Garbage. Like, when I would go to Kentucky and
hello.
Hey, Milk.
Milk.
Hey, Little Mad, there she is.
Can you hear me?
There she is. What's up, hon?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, so it's good to have the gang back.
What are you guys talking about? Okay, I'm sorry, but why was I at work and I was working and then Raul's tweet from today kept appearing in my mind?
Why? Raul is one of the greatest undiscovered minds in the history of the universe. By the way, Little Matt, I
think that
now that we can all talk, the four of us, and by the way, if I ever do this podcast, it's the four of us. I'm not doing it without you three. I wouldn't even do it. We're going to do a podcast someday, and we're going to get rich. But I'm going to tell you something. Little Matt, I hit a new low. Like, this is a new low, okay? I'm banging.
No.
It's a group home. And I had to have her get a... She's like, oh, no, I'm in charge. I'm banging as a side piece, a schizophrenic group home girl who... needs to be sold. But we can't say it in a group with 110 people that are like low-life Southerners. They're going to tape us. You know what I mean? So anyway, I put up 2 Christmas trees today. You guys, I put up a. Yeah. I got 2 side pieces. The other one's in a mobile home. She does. They when they're side pieces, there's 2 rules. They can't know where you live. Like there's no way they can know like your address. The other is they have to be obedient, because the minute they start to question.
Yeah, but do they know? Yeah, because if they're not listening to you, they're questioning. If they're not listening.
No, if they question me, they got to go.
To you, they're questioning.
Right, yeah. Then you just ignore them at that point, and you just like, no, you pretend like they never were born, like they're not even alive. Charles knows, he did it to goldfish.
So, Pawluk, what happened with you said you put up 2 trees today?
What's that? Oh my God. So I go to the mobile home and bang the first side piece. I get done. And I drive to Bob's Trees, and I pay like $85 for a tree and bale it, and I take it out to our house, right? Because I'm back here right now. And she's driving me crazy with those fucking cats. I'm going to tell you how girls can avoid being cheated on. Nobody, it doesn't matter how hot you are or whatever you are, nobody wants to fuck the clingy, whiny girl. Nobody. There's nothing that will make a guy go, ugh, worse than the clingy, whiny girl, okay? And that's what mine is being right now about those fucking cats. I would take that that one cat, I would put it in a fucking blender. I would literally put it in a fucking blender, okay? I would just press puree, right? And I wouldn't even feel bad. But anyway, I take the tree out, I drag it in, I put it up, I put it in the stand, then I take her to lunch in Utica. And we come back, like, I'd already banged the side piece, so I didn't feel like banging her. So I drive back to the same tree place, and the guy's like, was there a problem? I go, no, I need, like, another tree, right? So I took that to another friend's house, my friend with the bad back, the little boy that I mentor, his grandmother. I put up 2 fucking Christmas trees today. I put them on my car, I tied them, I took them, I fucking paid for them, and I put them up. Fucking insane. So I did that today. And then tomorrow I got to take...
Hey, let me guess, you got no help at the tree farm?
Zero.
People weren't there.
Zero.
They weren't like, hey, sir, can I help you
the
put
only
on
help
the
I
roof?
got,
All right, see ya.
The only help I got was them banging my credit card. So then... right. So then I'm like, okay. So my friend with the bad back, I got to get up tomorrow and go to her house and help her load her car so that she can go out to, like, for Thanksgiving. It sucks because I miss my little buddy. I can't be with him on Thanksgiving. The little boy that's, calls me Uncle Michael. So tomorrow, then I got to drive back out to the house, sit with her and those fucking cats. And then we got to drive to my mother's house Thursday. And then we can't stay overnight at my mom's because she's afraid that the one cat isn't doing well. So we got to go, and then I got to drive back to the fucking house in time for my birthday. And she'll want to do, happy birthday, honey. That kind of shit. I don't want that. I don't want the romance. I just want to, like, get drunk and, like, watch sports. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. And when you guys are older, you're going to go, and I'll probably be fucking dead when you're my age. It's pretty sure bet. But you're going to be like, oh, I get it now. You're going to be like, I understand Pawluk now. Like, when you get to be my age, you don't stop thinking about pussy and drinking and sports every day. You're the same dude you were when you were, like, 21. You're just older. Like, your mind doesn't change. Like, you still want the things you wanted when you were younger. So, I mean, do you guys ever, like, fucking the whiny chick? Is there anything worse than fucking the whiny chick? Is there anything on this earth that's worse than fucking the whiny chick? It doesn't even matter if she's...
No.
It doesn't,
and it's never going to be a good way either.
It doesn't even matter if she's hot, right? It's like, just stop whining. Stop being clingy. Stop, like, being, like, needy. Just, nobody wants to fuck. You know what I figured out? The reason I love hippie chicks? There's nothing better than fucking a hippie chick. Hippie chicks are the greatest. Okay? They don't want anything. They literally don't want anything. The only thing they want is like to fucking get stoned.
They want like a joint.
That's it.
Literally.
I was just about to say that. Little Matt, the girl that that I was with, all she wanted to do was like smoke a joint, bang me, and then smoke another joint. And then on Tuesdays, I would take her out to like Taco Tuesday. Now these were like $2 margaritas and like $2 tacos, right? And I swear to you, she was so grateful. The whole bill would come to like $30. And she was so appreciative, so fucking grateful, right?
How hot was this broad?
You know what? She was a butterface. I'm not going to lie. She was a butterface. But she never nagged at me. She didn't how about I missed a half-point cover on the Alabama game for both? I told her. I had plus 4.5 on the other side, Alabama money line. So I hit the money line. But the other side would have made it sweet. But nobody wants to fuck the whiny chick or the needy chick. And here's the worst thing the chicks do. And we could have these combos now that those other assholes are gone. Is there anything worse than banging some chick? And after having her average to subpar vagina, she's like, you know where I'd like to go? You know where I'd like to go? And all that is her telling you, because she shared with you her average.
She wants to swim.
Right. She shared with you her average to subpar vagina. But what she's doing is saying, she wants you to take her somewhere that she either can't afford or doesn't want to pay for. Like, you know where I'd like to go? You know where I've never been? You know where I've never been? Turks and Caicos. I'd love to go to Turks and Caicos. Yeah, and all you want to say is, then fucking go. Go. All you want to do is say, listen.
I want to go swim with the dolphins.
Yeah,
Michael, take me to go swim with the dolphins.
I had one tell me that. She would tell me she wanted to swim with the dolphins. I shit you not. She told me I want to swim. How did you know that? Did I tell you that story? Or are you fucking?
Yeah.
No, you told us.
Yeah. She wanted to swim with the dolphins after she got her.
It was the same one that wanted the iPad, right?
Yeah, I got her the fucking iPad. The one that turned out to be like a liberal radical. She was 6 feet tall with the greatest tits you ever saw. I couldn't run away fast enough. I ran away. Women that think, oh, it's all about hot. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. When you've got to talk to these fucking disgusting money grub. Look, I've got more respect for a whore that says, I'll give you a blowjob for $50 than I do for a woman that goes, you know where I'd like to go? You know where I'd like to go? And Howard, you must have had that happen, right? You're next to some broad, she goes, you know where I'd like to go? I'd love to go to, I've never been to San Francisco. And it's like, then go. Just fucking go. That's wonderful. Get a plane. Here's a link to Expedia. They got plane tickets, they got rental cars, they got hotel rooms.
Right, all you have to do is just pay.
Yeah, you just have to pay, right? Like, what is it about these broads that think their vagina's special? Like, well, do they even realize that, like, there aren't a lot of special vaginas? That are, like, do they even realize that? Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway.
And I love Clint. And the thing is, this Maui Invitational.
Yeah, so I'm going to bet this game. So I put up 2 Christmas trees.
Iowa State's going to win.
Don't I deserve, like, a break after putting up 2 fucking Christmas trees? 2.
Oh, yeah.
I went and got
your back's going to be fucking killed.
Wait. You put up 2?
I put up 2 today. 2. I went and got 2 Christmas trees and put them up. And I played 45 holes of golf yesterday. Because it was closing day. I couldn't stop.
Definitely took a gummy tonight then.
Oh, I'm taking it now. It's called Blue Raz. that fucking terrorist guy says this guy I call it terrorist mark. These people are definitely funding like Al Qaeda. But I go in there and I'm like, hey bro, give me one of those gummies you sold me. He keeps the jar like under the counter, so you know they're not legal, right? But I'm like, it's like the reason I know they're not legal is they're only $5 for 2 gummies. And you only need like a third of one to be like hallucinating. I don't know where he gets these things, but I'm going to go in and buy the whole jar one of these days. He's going to say, like, give me like 100 of those. But, like, I'm going to take a gummy. All right, I'm going to sleep. I got to get up tomorrow and load my friend's car with a bad back. Then I got to drive out to the house and just. She sent me a picture. So listen, oh, honey, I love you so much. She sent me a picture of the cat one of the cats sleeping under the Christmas tree. She goes, "Oh, Linus loves." One of the cats' name was Linus. She goes, "Linus loves these trees so much," and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, "You just don't get it. I hate these fucking things."
And he's gonna drink all the tree's water.
Right. I'm like,
yeah, it's literally gonna.
He's gonna kill the tree because he's gonna keep drinking the water.
Yeah, I want to say, if that cat drinks that water, I'm going to throw him right on the porch and let him get run over. Like, I'm just tired of it. Like, I'm tired of living in cat mean.
Yeah, you gotta show her you care a lot more about the tree than the cats.
I love dogs. Like, I'm one of those dog whisperers. Like, a dog will come to me and I'll get it to, like, sit next to me and, like, do anything I want, like, 10 minutes.
Right.
But cats, they're horrific. I hate them. They're creepy little, like, horrible things. So then my birthday's going to suck on Friday because she's going to want to, "Oh, honey, why don't we stay home and we'll cook and we'll look at the tree?" And I'm like, ugh.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
It does, because it is terrible. That's why it's so terrible, because it is. I don't want that. And I don't want, like, that. I want to, like, get drunk. And there's a place around here, and I won't be here. There's a place here called the Rusty Nail. It's really, like, famous. And on your birthday.
That sounds like a strip club.
It's actually down the road from a strip club, but the Rusty Nail. So you have to buy a birthday drink, and you can it's like a 32-ounce glass. They give you, like, a huge mixed drink or, like, a beer. And after that, you get for free. You get as many chicken wings as the age returning. So you get, like, like a zillion wings for free on your birthday. So you're turning 40, they give you 40 wings, right? And it's great, right? And everybody knows it's your birthday, so people walk up. You might get laid. But instead, I'm going to be sitting in the house, under the tree. "Oh, this is great, honey." And, of course, I do all the cooking. She can't cook worth a fuck. But I'm a great cook, so I don't mind. But so I'll just be basically making my birthday dinner and sitting under the tree and looking at these fucking cats. I'd like to pull them. I know what Bud Dwyer was thinking when he did it.
Wait, are you getting 40 wings?
No, I won't be here. I go back and forth. I got a place here, right? And it's perfect. I've got the greatest deal on this place here that I live in. The house we bought is like an hour and 7 minutes away. So I'm out there 2-3 days a week, and then I come back here because my mom's here and I got to look after her. My golf course is here. My business is here. So I go back and forth. So I'm spared from being, like, tied down for, like, 5 days a week, right? And then I go out there, and I'm like, "Hi, honey," and I do all this shit. And I bring her, whatever, and I do whatever needs to be done around the house and all that. But, like, I like it here better. Like, if I was in the house right now, I couldn't have this spaces right now. I should be sleeping, and you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't, like, talk about this stuff. So, I mean...
Yeah, a guy like you needs to have some mobility.
I liked it better when she lived across the country and came once a month. That was lots of... She used to fly in. She'd fly in. I tell you how I met her. I met her on Twitter. We started talking, right? We talked for a long time. So she flew to see me. I'm like, okay, fine. I figured, like, there's no way she'll come back, right? Like, so she came back. And my friend was like, "Well, just be yourself. She won't come back again." my friend Cassie, she goes, "Just be yourself. She won't come back." So
that was a bad back.
She just kept coming back. And I was like, fuck. So... Everybody needs a long-distance girlfriend. Because when they're gone, like, you can just chill for, like, 3 weeks. Like, you don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? You can just crack open a beer and bet on a game and, just chill out.
Yeah.
Right. So, I did all that shit today. And, God, I bought everything for Thanksgiving. And, I got a couple of business deals done. And, wow, dude.
What do they charge for the trees? You got 2 today?
It was $80 for both of them, and then it was $5 to bail. One of them I got bailed. It was $5.
Okay.
So I paid $165 is all I paid for 2 trees, which isn't bad. And I took them off the car, and I put a blanket on top of my car so it wouldn't scratch it up. You know what I mean? Like, I put a blanket on.
We got a non-listener. I'm sure it's John. Hey, John.
John, what's up? Basilnator here. John, you there? It's either John or that fucking Bruce loser. That Bruce is such a loser. Like, he's coming. That's who Tim Leonardo is. It's like Bruce or his friend.
That's who it is.
No, there's no doubt.
Paul, what were you saying about the tree?
So anyway, we violated. My friend can hack anything. He hacked. Bruce's wife has had 2 abortions. 2.
Really?
She's had 2 abortions. Yeah. And he's listening right now. Bruce, your wife is a filthy, hyphenated, abortion-having whore.
Yes.
Donald Trump won. I've already reported to the DEA. I'm reporting you to Homeland tomorrow with your talking about your constant talk about what you want to do to the Jews. I feel you're a threat to commit a terrorist act on behalf of your brothers and sisters in Hamas. So, hey, Bruce, fuck you. You pussy coward cocksucker. And you want to pull that senior citizen shit? I've got a senior citizen here that would love to meet you. Eddie would love to meet you, Bruce.
No, Eddie
would love to meet you.
He
does not. By the way, Bruce, Eddie doesn't like your kind. He has no use whatsoever for terroristic people, if you know what I mean. So, but
he's a coward.
So I had to set up 2 trees today, do all that. I got 2 deals done. Then listen to this. This guy tried to scam me. He's trying to sell me a broodmare, and I thought she was undervalued. I'm like, this bitch is worth 25. Why is he selling it to me for 15? I go to do everything today, and I go, okay, we're going to wire you the money. You need to transfer it electronically the papers. He goes, there's a little bit of a problem with the papers, my friend, but I'll work it out. The minute he said that, I'm like, uh-oh, there's something wrong. So I call Keelan. The guy bought the horse, but he never paid for it. It's not even his horse. So I just talked to the guy at Keelan. He's like, well, no, just send us $11,000. You can have it. Well, I already got 15 from the client. And so I'm just going to send Keelan 11 and keep the 4. Because this guy was trying to scam me. So, yeah, I mean... So
yeah, I'm disappointed. I was hoping Iowa State would lose.
What should I do here with the Duke-Kansas game? Is it too late to bet? Who's been watching the whole game? Anybody?
I haven't watched a second of it. I've been watching only basketball I watched was the 2 pick games over the weekend.
It's a 2-point game right now. Hold on.
That game sucks, by the way, that Duke game.
No, I know, but I might make a bet
It's like low scoring.
Right. It's 68-67. So Kansas is plus 1.5, 105. I'm going to bet that. I'm going to bet Kansas plus 1.5 at a plus vig. They just
I like that.
Stop him. I'm going to grab a middle the minute that if I can get one chance in the middle, I'm going to take it.
3 ball.
Nice. He missed it.
Damn it! Now I got it.
Paul, you saw Raul's tweet today about his brother, right?
Yeah, he's dead, right?
Yeah, but like the long one.
He's got a couple.
Is that the one that tried to fuck him? The one that molested him or something?
Yeah, but he went in depth about it. I'll put it on the big board. It's really good. It's like I brought it up like because I know he referenced his brother before trying to sodomize him. He went pretty in depth. I just put it on the big board.
Dude, those cinemas would be the scariest thing. Go to a Cuban movie theater, they're gonna suck your cock.
I'm starting to think Raul may have just been gay, like in some point in his life, because like he said, like he got blown at the movie theater, so like that seems to me like he was going there to get blown.
Yeah, he said he never got cornhole.
Yeah. But, waste disposal unit. I mean, it's just you just can't make that shit up. Where'd Pawluk go?
Is Pawluk here?
He'll be back. He probably just lagged out or something. I was DMing with Bagraham about that Raul tweet. We were both saying it's probably like top 3 of all time.
Which one? The movie one?
No, the one today.
Oh, the one today.
Like couldn't speak. Like it wouldn't let me speak.
Yeah, it just lagged.
When I kept hitting it,
Oh,
you're
back.
logged out, get back in. Please
Little bad left.
But
got it. I made it and the foul. I can grab the middle now. Yeah.
But Paul, you're gonna have to read this tweet. It's incredible.
I'm going to in a second. Can I grab a middle here? So,
The brother who sexually assaulted me and tried to kill me at least 4 times, including trying to
you know how
kill me all
sick
from
this fucking Raul is?
The end of that tweet is so good.
Yeah, I read it. It's sick. It's
If
one of
I
the
were
sickest-
forced to choose between 100 men's anus or one head, I would go for the head. And I'm sorry if anyone is
I tweeted and said I also go for the hen. Chachita.
It seems that he thought that if he had sodomized me, I would feel dirty and more like a piece of
he's a
garbage.
sick guy. Raul's one of the sickest people
Swollen river.
ever met. Yeah. Oh, he's sick. He is one of the sickest people. But I love the guy. Imagine who our other listener is. So it's got to be like Bruce or John or whatever. These guys are such fucking losers. They're the biggest losers. Like, I can't imagine going to a space and not just like popping my head in like, hey, I'm here.
We gave John 1,000 chances.
John, that tombstone is one of the funniest things. John, the bottle made her hands. That was fucking great. It's one of the... When I logged on and saw that, but thank you for ending that other chat, because I always felt obliged to chat in it. But I'm going to tell you something else, too. They're condemning fits, right? Look, guys, I come from the 80s, and I saw more cocaine addictions than... You guys have no idea the shit that I saw. The shit that people did in the 80s. Okay, one morning, I got up early. I had to forget what I was doing. And these two fraternity brothers of mine are playing fucking tennis. 7 in the morning they're playing tennis. And I'm like, what the fuck? They were coked up and they never went to bed. So the sun came up and they decided to play tennis at 7 in the fucking morning. Okay, cocaine's insane. Fitz told me, Charles, it's fucking hilarious. He leveled with me 2 weeks ago. He told me he has done cocaine every day for the last 3 to 4 years. And furthermore, I asked him, how much do you do? And he said 3 grams a day, sometimes 4. Do you have any...
How does he afford that?
He comes from money. He does come from money.
But his parents aren't dead, right?
No, they're not dead. I don't think they're dead. I didn't ask him, but he does trade gold. He's very knowledgeable about commodities trading. So, for whatever reason, he's got money. But he is one of the worst cocaine addicts. He could be dead. He hasn't called me 2 weeks. He's been doing 3 grams of blow a day.
Well, El Raul was tweeting today about how he called the UK police on him.
On who?
On Fitz.
On Fitz.
On Fitz. Well, if they stop at his house, they're going to find blow. I'm going to tell you that. He was on the phone with me. He's like, Pawluk, I'm sorry. He goes, I have to see my dealer. He goes, I have to see my dealer. I'll call you right back. So the guy comes to Fitz's house and he just gives him money for the blow. He snorts 2-3 grams of blow. Do you have any idea how much cocaine that is?
That's a lot of money.
So he's doing about 1,200 grams of coke a year. So he said 3 to 4 years. So it's more like 5. But let's be kind. This guy's done 5,000 grams of coke the last 4 years. 5,000 hours. Do you know how much coke that is? Do you have any idea?
A lot of coke.
Dude, it's a lot of coke, okay? It's a ton of coke. Okay?
I mean, Paul, him pretending to be Russian is one of the best shticks in internet history.
He's not Russian at all, okay? He's
straight in.
He's not Russian.
Howard talking to his sister on the phone.
Him pretending to be Russian is one of the greatest shticks of all time.
No, he's not Russian.
Just don't
he's
tell
100%.
Just don't tell Mom I'm in Chechnya.
Don't just
why is he so
Mom.
obsessed with Russia?
Look, can I tell you what happens to coke guys? Because I
get that part, but I think he's crazy as shit, and then the coke is on top of that.
No. It's just a coke. What happens is if you're a blowhead, you become fixated on certain things. There's just certain things you become obsessed with. right? Like, just obsessed with. Like, you just get obsessed with, like, certain things, right? And I think that he's obsessed with, like, oh, he hates the Jews, too. Like, he sends me these clips from, like, Schindler's List, right? Like, he sends me, like, no, he does. He sends me, like, these Schindler's List clips, right? Of Ray Fiennes, like, when he shoot. Remember when they're asking the guy, nobody saw who stole the chicken, and they just shoot the guy and they shoot him in the head?
Yeah.
Fitz has sent me, like, you know, the gif from that, like, 100 times. He loves it. Like, this, he basically jerks off to, like, the guys in Schindler's List shooting the guy because they want to figure out, like, who took the chicken. Like, that's like...
I mean, he does all that coke. His dick probably doesn't even work anymore.
No.
There's no way.
No. He never, like, he doesn't even, like, talk about pussy like we do. The only thing he talks about is basically coke.
And gold. Coke, gold, Russia, and the Jews.
Right. He loves coke.
Oh, he loves gold.
You don't understand. He loves gold.
And coke.
He loves, like, dead Jews. He loves Russia, which is insane. Like, how does an Indian guy wind up hating the Ukraine? Like, what'd they ever do to him? Like, what'd the Ukraine ever do to Fitz?
He likes them now.
Just,
if I remember right, he ended up liking the Ukraine and liking Russia. And saying that it's a brother war caused by the Jews. No more brother wars.
He's not wrong about that. My heritage trace is back there. You realize the border of Ukraine and Russia has changed like 8 million times, right?
Yeah.
In the last century.
We fucked it up.
Right. They're all Russian. Okay, everybody in Ukraine's Russian.
Yeah,
too.
especially that region.
They're all Russian. Right. They're all Russian, right? Everybody's a Russian. Okay.
Right.
So what I'm saying is these are two brothers fighting, and normally two brothers fighting, one won't kill the other one. Like, they'll get to a certain point and then they'll just pull up, right?
Right.
Why do you think Putin hasn't just, like, destroyed them? Does anybody... That's what's wrong with, like, the mainstream media, like Elon says. Guys, do you think that for 2 seconds, if Putin wanted to destroy Ukraine, right? You don't think he could?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this has all been about trying to flex to NATO.
Right.
Because they're going to establish Ukraine as a NATO country. That's all it is.
Right. Now, they could roll in, right, Russia, and just destroy the Ukraine. They could destroy the Ukraine in, like, a day, right? But they're trying not to. It's the same thing that Abraham Lincoln did. It's the same thing Lincoln did with
Civil War.
The South. Like, he didn't want to kill, he didn't want to crush them. And you know what? It was probably a mistake, right? Because he could have ended it sooner. But no leader wants to kill their own people, right?
And same with England in the Revolutionary War. If they really wanted to, they could have probably wiped the colonists out at the beginning.
They were
at the beginning,
at the very beginning,
right?
But
and then the French got involved towards the end. But
yeah, but basically, I can't get down on Fitz. I mean, look, I've seen people before that are having addiction issues, and they're in hell. Do you guys understand what I mean by that? They're in hell. They're in hell. Their whole life's hell, right? They're a prisoner to some dealer who brings by grams of coke every day, right? And they don't have real friends. They don't have a girlfriend. They don't have a job. They don't have anything. They don't have anything. They don't have anything, right? So what I'm saying is, like,
live coke.
Right. I know Fitz was an asshole, and he said some stuff about me. He apologized. He said, Pawluk, I saw those accounts, and I thought that was you and Howard and Charles because they looked like your accounts. And he goes, I go, Fitz, how could you think that? He goes, well, I was awful coked up, too. And I was like,
yeah, reasonable.
I was like, Fitz, I get it. I was like, Fitz, I get it. I totally get it, right? I'm like, okay. But and he paid for it, and everybody busted on him. But this guy Reddy, like, I don't want to read that every day. I'm not interested in it. I mean, Fitz isn't El Raul. He's not. Wow, the Dodgers just got Blake Snell. They gave him $182 million for 5 years.
Wow. Well, they can afford it.
You know what that guy's good for? What starters are good for now? He's an innings eater. You're going to get 5-6 innings out of Snell every game.
Yep.
And that's what you need, right?
Yep.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah, that's what you need.
That's what baseball's turned into, unfortunately.
Right. So
the bullpen game.
Right. So I just, like, I'm so glad we killed that other thing. Can I tell you, once you let those college football guys in and they bring their friends, you lose the whole thing. They're fucking garbage. Those college football guys, is there anybody worse than those guys? Do you know anybody worse than those college football guys?
The worst of all time.
Because I know people like that, okay? They are the worst fucking people you will ever meet in your life. They're really like that. They do beat their wives because the team loses a game. They get drunk. How about Gary smoking in his house? I don't even doubt that he's got a lot of money. But, okay, it just goes to show how lazy they are. Did you see his TV?
Oh, the wires. The wires.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck lets a TV, who the fuck do you know that lets a TV and all those wires just, like, dangle? Who do you know that does that? Like, do you know anybody like that has wires dangling like that?
I know. I sure as hell don't. That shit drives me crazy.
Okay, that's the South. That's the South. It just is. It's the South. Matter of fact, I got a friend from Texas, and the Texas guys get really offended if you try to label them as the South. They feel like they're their own nation. You know what I mean? They don't want to be included with the South. They're like, don't you ever say I'm from the South. Like, you know, they don't want anything to do with that because they're just, the South is garbage, dude. It's just garbage.
I've never been to Texas. I've always wanted to go. But I'd like to go to, like, West Texas.
I went once. Yeah.
What part did you go
to? Dallas.
What'd you think?
Shit show, a disaster. If Howard would last 3 minutes there and he'd be like, I gotta get a plane out. So I went for the Breeders' Cup, and the Breeders' Cup's over, so we're not flying out till Monday. So the next day we decided to go to a sports bar to watch, like, sports. And it was a craft beer sports bar back when craft beer was just starting. So it was
like new, yeah.
This would have been 2004. November of 2004. So, dude, it was everything you hear about. Belt buckles, like these huge fucking belt buckles, huge fucking cowboy boots and hats. So we're in the sports bar, and the guy was a funeral director, and he told us, I'm going to be the governor of this state in 4 fucking years. So my friend always joked, like, we're going to know the governor in a few years in Texas. Like, he still jokes to this day, like, I wonder what happened to the fucking Undertaker that was going to be the governor. Like, okay, everything is brown. It's brown. Like, the landscape, the trees, the lawn, everything's brown. And they're all, like, Texans, just like you see in the movies and on TV. It's a shit show, dude. It's fucking brutal. Oh, Kansas stole the ball. There it is. Kansas, score it and put it in the books. I won my bet. I took Kansas plus 1.5 and a plus big. They're up by 1. They're going to the free throw line with 3 seconds to go. So how can I lose this? I can lose if he nails both of them and Duke makes a 3 and goes to overtime. So, yeah, but Texas is a shit show. I've been disappointed by most places I've gone. Chicago is ass. Chicago is so bad. Like, I couldn't believe it when I went to Chicago. I'd heard all this shit about Chicago, about how great it was. Oh, my God. I wanted to Bud Dwyer myself, like, day one. Okay? It's a filthy, disgusting... Here's what it is. And my friend said I nailed it. Chicago has every bit of New York City's crime and you-know-whats and everything, but none of New York City's fun. None of the fun. Like, there isn't, like, a fun district. It's all just, like, it's garbage, dude. Where else have I been? I've been to San Fran, Been to L.A. I've been to Montana and Wyoming, to Yellowstone and all that shit.
I've heard Yellowstone's an awesome trip.
It is a good trip. It's a great trip. I will tell you this. Going to Yellowstone's worth it. I did go to Yellowstone. That was worth it. But most of the places I visited are just shit. They're just shit. The bottom line is, in the Northeast, where we're all from, we are smarter. We are better. Like, we are smarter. And when you go out to the rest of the country, you can't believe how stupid these fucking people are. They're stupid and they're slow. If you go to the South, you wouldn't believe how slow these fuckers are. Like, they're like, could I have a coffee with cream and sugar? Maybe I'll have a donut. Like, they're so fucking dumb. And they're slow, too. And they're ignorant. And it's a shit show. It's a total shit show. Like, I've spent time in the South, and it's fucking brutal. Have you guys ever had a good experience in the South? Like, ever? Like, have you ever had, like, a...
I mean, I like Florida, but I don't consider Florida the South because it's mostly Northerners anymore.
Just a panhandle.
Yeah, I've never been in the panhandle. But, like, that,
I have.
But, like, Tampa, Miami, that's essentially the North.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Tampa's exploding right now. My buddy's got a place there. He loves it there.
I have a lot of friends in Tampa. I love it.
He goes down for the winter. And so I got to, like, survive this weekend, which is going to be brutal. And I'm just trying to steel myself. You know what I can't wait to do? I can't wait for it to be over, for me to be back here and just get wasted on Sunday. I'm going to get wasted on Sunday, I swear to God. I already bought, like, 3 bottles of Prosecco. I'm going to drink it all of it. I want to watch games and drink Prosecco all day.
There you go. What are your plans for Thanksgiving? You just doing it at your house? Are you on your mother's?
My mom's. You gotta go to my mom's. Yeah, we're gonna go to my mom's. I bought a turkey. We'll spend the day. I'm not gonna drink anything. You know what I mean? It's a buzzkill to drink, like, you know. It just, I don't know. I'm just not gonna do it. I'll watch football though. I'll definitely watch football. I think the Lions are gonna roll. Chicago took a tough loss last week. I mean, that's one of those losses. That's one of those losses.
And Caleb Williams actually played well, too, so that's going to be discouraging to him that he played well and they still lost.
I just feel like with Detroit, like when you've got an O-line like they have, the further in the season you go, the better you're going to do. I mean, their O-line is sick. I've got the worst O-line in the league, or one of them, right? The Giants always do. How come our O-lines are so fucking bad? By the way, Aaron Rodgers said it's his preference to stay with the Jets, but I read a conflicting report that says he wants to play next year, but not for the Jets. Wouldn't Pittsburgh make the most sense?
It depends if they re-sign Russ. The rumors are going to re-sign him.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd let him walk. But I'm okay. Well, then I guess Rodgers.
It depends what the money is. I mean, he's played pretty solid. Just he's taking bad sacks. But I mean,
but he's always going to take those. Yeah. I wouldn't give him anything. But
I mean, I'm 1 year 15. I would, but it's not.
Well, that's like the only.
30.
Well, then why would Rodgers play again? Because none of the teams that need a QB are going to contend. Not one of them. I mean, everybody that's going to be a contender as a QB. I can't imagine where you'd send him. I mean, where would you put him?
Maybe Cleveland if they get off that Watson contract.
Nah, they're not going to get out of that. Plus, why would he want to play there? Like,
yeah,
are you kidding me?
I'm just thinking where he would go.
Kansas,
San Fran.
I was just thinking San Fran.
Purdy's not been banged up. He hasn't been playing.
Is he a free agent?
Not yet. I think they need to. I think after next year. I'm not sure though.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rams, if Stafford retires. I mean, I heard Stafford's wife just begging him to retire, but he doesn't want to leave any of the money on the table because they still owe him. You know.
Yeah, it'd be hard to walk away from that, but I mean, he's got his ring.
Oh, he's owed a lot of money. Yeah. I mean, what do they owe him still? 1 more year, right?
At least one, yeah.
No, I think it's just 1. I'm pretty sure it's 1. If I'm not mistaken, they owe him like 1 year. I think. I could look that up, but I would think it's 1 year that they own. So who are we playing now? We're playing UNC and who? What did you just play? What do we got? What do we got right here?
I didn't play anything.
Howard was going to play something. He was going to play. Oh, it's Auburn and NC. I like Auburn. Auburn looks really good this year. I mean, I never thought I'd hear myself saying that about Auburn, but God damn it, they look good. I mean, they steamrolled. Wasn't it Houston they killed?
I haven't watched. I really haven't watched much college basketball. I watched Pitt LSU.
Oh, they're 5-0.
Wisconsin over the weekend, but other than that, I haven't watched it.
Auburn's 5-0. Now they didn't play much. They beat Vermont by 50. Then they beat Houston by 5. Then they played Kent State, North Alabama. Is Iowa State any good? Yeah, I guess they are. Oh wow, they were ranked 5th in the nation until Auburn beat them. Well, hold on a second. This game's got to go over, right? Auburn and NC. Yeah, I'm going to play that. That's what I'm going to do with the profit I made tonight. I'll play Auburn and NC. Howard, you there?
He was snoozing.
Yeah, I heard him still.